Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life
That's right. It is time to call your friend the life coach. And I hope you consider us friends. Lord knows I do. Hey, give a call right now, 1-800-252-1025. Or here's our email address because we love your emails. Life coach, I'll do that again for you. Lifecoach at KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. I believe it was starting with an email today.
We will start with an email today. Remember, when you do call 800-252-1025, you can change your name when you talk to the life coach. Doesn't matter. You can lie about
matter. If you don't admit so, it's like, hi, my name's Becky, and I'm pretty sure I have leprosy, and I don't want my neighbors to know. Your name doesn't have to really be Becky. You don't even really have to have leprosy. Just any problem will do. I've got the mumps.
Hey, that's going around.
That is going around. Have you seen that guy, the beatnik? He's got him.
Wow. He just has chipmunk cheeks.
Sure, that's what he's telling you.
But really, any kind of problem you have, Danny Bonaduce has been through it. He can help you figure out what's going on. So make the call to 800-252-1025. Oh, I think the beatnik is on the phone and wants to know how to hide his big chubby cheeks.
Grow that beard back because those cheeks are intense. You know how his wife trained to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? Oh, yeah. She climbed those cheeks. So she got a couple of trips up them cheeks. She said, I'm ready for a mountain.
Let's actually put you on with Brenda in Bremerton.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What can I do for you?
Well, I went through the stem cell transplant 15 years ago because of my MS.
Right.
But my sister found out about the stem cell transplant through the internet, and I want to know how to thank her because now I'm doing so much better.
You know what? I thought your question was just going to be about stem cell research and stem cell transplants, which I am a gigantic believer in.
I thought you were going to say expert in. Like, whoa.
You'd be surprised what I'm an expert in. You give me a T cell and I will implant it in your head. So you really want to know exactly what again? I want to get this straight. You have MS, which is a tough day out, but God bless you. You're doing much better now?
Big time.
That's great.
15 years after the stem cell transplant, and I'm doing so much better than not even being able to feed myself before that.
Now, am I getting because I'm getting older and stuff, it seems like, how long ago did you have stem cell? 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Wasn't it hard to find a doctor who had performed stem cell research 15 years ago?
My sister saw on the internet about an experimental stem cell transplant, and I said, me? And she goes, okay, you're going.
Yeah, just so you know that all stem cell research 15 years ago were experimental. Like, nobody was just doing that. Here's what we do here.
Yeah.
And so now you want my opinion on how you should thank your sister?
Yeah.
This is actually my real answer. If you want some side notes on, I'll be happy to give them to you. But here's how I would thank your sister. I would live a long and exceptional life. I would do charity work. I would make my life count for so much money. And this didn't occur to me till right now when I say your life should count for so much, things you do for people, that the world should be a better place because you exist, and you exist partly because of your sisters. But did you happen to see the movie Saving Private Ryan?
I think I did.
In the end of Saving Private Ryan, they save Private Ryan, and almost everybody involved in the team that goes to save him gets shot by the German soldiers in World War II. And one of the last lines of the movie, certainly the last line in the Europe Theater of War, is he looks at Private Ryan. Tom Hanks looks at Private Ryan, he says, go home, go forth, and deserve this. That's my advice to you, Brenda. Deserve this. Live an exceptional, quality life that helps others. And your sister will get to know, I did that. I helped that. Look at what I have done. Look at what my sister has done. So that's what you do. And you can send a card. But living the exceptional life is the thing that I highly recommend. Live an exceptional life beyond reproach and do wonderful things. Good luck, Brenda.
That was a powerful movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
If you've got a question and need the help of the life coach, if you've got a problem, if it's work or addiction or your relationship, anything, Danny Bonaduce can help you at 800-252-1025.
Or you need Bonaduce to fix your MS. You'd be surprised what I can do.
The email is lifecoach@KZOK.com. Anna in Seattle has sent an email. I'm 16 years old and I'm depressed. Last year, I started not to care about school or my grades. I started to push my friends and family away. This year, I've been trying better in school. I've been doing okay, but starting to slip back into feeling depressed. I'm starting to have suicidal thoughts again. I want to tell my mom that I need help, but I'm afraid she'll think I'm lying or just trying to get attention. How do I tell my mother that I think I need help with my depression?
Oh, what's this young lady's name again?
Anna.
Anna, I will tell you right now, if a 16-year-old goes to her mom and says, Mom, I've been thinking about killing myself, even if she thinks you're lying, it's her job to get you in the right. The answer to your question, and there's more than just one answer, but it starts with telling your mother. You have to tell your mother. People take this stuff very seriously, and I'm sorry, because I had a less extreme answer, and so you said I'm having suicidal thoughts. And the fact is, you need to tell your mother and see where she will take you. But you don't need your mother. You don't have to have your mother. I would like it that you have your mother, and I think you will. I think if you go, Mom, here's what's happening, she's going to take over. That's what moms do. I make a bunch of jokes about my ex-wife and not having her eye on the ball or whatever the hell I say about the woman. I'm sure she's a fine girl. But, boy, something shows up with one of those two kids, and she is on it like there's no conversations about it. So first you tell your mom. Now, you're dead serious. You're having suicidal thoughts. You need help, and you don't know what to do without a grown-up. Wrong. You walk into an emergency hospital, and you tell them, and I'll top myself in just 1 minute. You walk into an emergency hospital, and you say, I'm very serious about killing myself. I don't feel like I control myself. Boom. Now, you're going to love it because they're going to strap you to a cart. But so what? They'll unstrap you in the next few hours. And then a doctor's going to be down there in a second. You don't need a grown-up to feel crazy, and I'm not making fun of you. I know exactly how you feel. Having said that, easier way if you don't know how you're going to drive yourselves out. 911. Hi, this is a 16-year-old girl on the edge. Why am I doing the phone thing in my head? I'm the 16-year-old girl on my edge. I'm thinking about killing myself. There's going to be, those calls are taped. And any cop that doesn't show up to a 16-year-old girl in distress, it's a career ender. So you tell your mom first. There you go, and see what she does. And I'm telling you, she's going to come through for you. She loves you. 2, go to the hospital and say, I'm having very serious suicidal thoughts. They're not going to say, take a seat. They're going to take you in. Number 3, you're going to call 911 and say, I'm having suicidal thoughts, and they're going to send a car out to get you. But the answer to all of this is tell somebody in charge, and they will help you. You're 16. And we need to take care of you, and we will.
800-252-1025. That's the number to call with any kind of problem. You still have time to get your call in this morning. And remember, call yourself Steve or Becky if you would like. Ben in Issaquah has sent an email. My wife and I have a difference of opinion when it comes to disciplining our 3-year-old child. She is a stay-at-home mom, and she is much stricter with our son than I think she needs to be. She scolds him for spilling milk. Things like that. Lately, I've noticed him shunning her affection, I've noticed her shunning his affection. She'll walk away in a huff if he tries to hug her, and he comes and hugs me instead. I don't want this to be a big long-term thing between them. What can I do?
If you're right, and I don't know that you are, if you're right, it's going to be a long-term thing between you guys. It's going to be a big deal between you guys. And later on, as this kid is an adult, and now I'm guessing, but it's an educated guess, man, that this child is never going to go to mom with any kind of problems, and there are problems that children for which they need their mother. I don't know if you've talked about this with your wife. You absolutely have to, and the thing I'm going to recommend right here is therapy. And just so you know, you're not alone. I want you to know this is something, and I'm not sure if Amy and I are having a kid or not. It comes up more often than not. I'm just not exactly sure what's going to happen with it. But the way she was raised, everything goes in its place. People like, when my son comes to visit in the summertime, well, she's going to be mad that I'm airing this laundry. When my 13 or 14-year-old, he just turned 14 the other day, comes to my house in the summertime, I believe he's in bed by 10 o'clock, and there's no TV in the guest room. I think she lets him have one of the tablets, but only for a little while. That's much stricter than I would be. It's summer. This kid, why can't he stay up till he's upside down, man, as long as he's awake and continues to work with? So my wife and I have issues about that, but we work it out. You know what I mean? Somebody says something, and usually cooler heads prevail, and nobody gets too mad. You absolutely need to mention this. You need to work it out. By the way, my wife, a little stricter on the cat than me. I'm not kidding you. I'm very upset. I'm glad I'm on the radio because I don't have the guts to tell her this in person. I want the cat to sleep in our bed. You're not going to roll over and crush it. It's a yummy cat that wants to sleep and purr on my head. There, I've said it.
She doesn't want the cat sleeping on the bed?
She says one of us are going to turn over and crush it.
Won't happen.
That's what I say to her.
I watch sometimes my cat. We have two cats. One sleeps next to me and the other one moves around a little bit, but she likes to sleep attached to Matt.
Right.
So if his legs are in a V, she'll sleep in between his knees.
My cat did that for the first time yesterday.
And if he's on his side, she sleeps in his crook. And I see him roll over and she just gets up, waits for him,
out of the way,
and then goes right back.
Having said this, I am not comparing your kid or your marriage to cats. I just want to know, serious biz. There are things like that you need to mention this right away. And, if anybody's open to the idea, therapy is a fine idea on this one.
So now you have confronted your wife about the cat just now?
Right here, you heard it. And when I get home, if she looks unhappy, I'm going to say, I was kidding. It's a radio show.
Alicia in Bothell has sent an email to the life coach. I have been single for years. I just haven't met a guy attractive enough to me to warrant more than just a couple of casual dates. Now I'm nearing 30, and my mother has suggested I go to therapy to get over my lack of interest in men. I think she's afraid I'm going to become an old lady with cats. I don't want to be with someone just to make my mother happy, and I think I'll eventually meet someone without therapy. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are there's more to this than you're saying. I forget what line of your note said my lack of interest in men. In a 30-year-old woman, unless you have an interest in women, but I'm assuming on this letter you don't even have said so, but you should have an active interest in somebody. You should have an act of a sexual, romantic partner. And if at 30, you could benefit. You could benefit from a therapist, absolutely, a psychiatrist, therapist. But, the male version of this is there's a sponsor of Sarah's Filthy Forecast called Innovative Men's Clinic, and they do hormone therapies in this very regard. And there are absolutely, I just don't know them because I'm not a woman. There are exactly 100% plenty of these places, and I'm going to bet money. It's a hormone balance. I don't go to therapy. See what that doctor says, but that doctor might say, you know what? I don't know if they do. They do testosterone too, and then balance that with estrogen. I'm saying it's a hormonal thing, and it'd be very healthy for you to be sexually attracted to some men and get out there. And I hate to admit it on this one, but Mom might be right.
Let's put you on with Daphne in Arlington. Daphne, you're on with the life coach.
Hey, Daphne, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
I am a grandma, and I got my daughter that has the diabetes, but she gets that ketoacidosis and is in and out of hospitals all the time.
Right.
And she's got my granddaughter and her boyfriend, which is still married from a guy from in Florida. He has 3 kids with her. Well, she's been out doing meth and everything, and she even has a automobile car meth lab and stuff. Well, she's just what? She has a car that's a meth lab? Yeah, she has a meth lab, an automobile meth lab where she drive around. She's just been caught, and so she's going to be doing like 25 years or more.
How many? Whoa, Daphne, you're out of control. How many times has she been arrested and convicted?
None.
No, she's not doing anywhere near 25 years. Okay. I don't care if she was selling it out in front of a church. She is not doing anywhere near 25 years.
Okay, she's got like 9 counts of something now going on.
Right, but that's the thing. I was arrested one time for what I thought was a very small charge, no big deal. And when I got down to the police station, they had 14 felonies booked on the table. And what they do is they write up a bunch of stuff they feel they can get away with, but then throw it out when you bargain. Like they said, here, we'll get you for speeding, because I ran away and I went over 120 miles an hour. They said, we'll got this reckless endangerment right here, but if you'll plead to this, we'll throw this out. So a lot of those things are going to go away. So what is your question? I'm sure it's not a legal question, but I'm promising you this. Your kid's not going to jail for 2 years. I mean, for 20 years.
No, it's not. That's his wife. It's not my kid.
Whoever it is, they're not going to jail for 25 years.
Okay. Well, the thing is he needs to get over to Florida to get custody of his kids. Right now, the kids are still over in Florida with the grandparents, and they said they're not going to fight it.
Right.
So he needs to know how to get over there with no money to get over to get his kids and get back here to my daughter and my granddaughter.
Well, he can do a couple of things. One is he can just take a Greyhound for about $50 because you said the grandparents are going to fight it, which you don't really care about, except that they have physical custody and they can lock the door. Grandparents don't really have a whole lot of rights, I believe, in the state of Florida. I know they don't here in the state of Washington. They have no rights whatsoever. State of California, they got a little rights. But I'm going to suggest on this one the cheapest way, and you can look it up. He can get a ride. He can get a ride. Go down to a trucking company, find some shipments that are going to that somewhere in Florida, offer his time free of charge for a ride. He'll unload the boxes or whatever he needs to do, but there are ways for him to get to Florida, and they're not back with the kids on that one. He's got to pay for the bus on that one, but to Florida, hitch a ride with a shipping company and do his manual labor and unload the truck, and then a Greyhound bus with the kids. He'll be home for $75, and it sounds like worth it to me. Thanks, Daphne. I do really appreciate the phone calls. Wild and super interesting phone calls, and that's exactly why it's my favorite part of the show. It's so much fun to talk to you guys. Hey, Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.